time. Also now at 5, shocking details coming to light in the murder of a 22-day-old baby. Police at this hour are now saying Betsy Stevens was starved to death.
We've been following this case closely for the last 24 hours now. We want to get right out to our Andrew Dowd with the very latest on this. Is really turning out to be a sad story, Andrew.
And last week when police were called to this parking lot, when they got here, that child had already passed away. But police are saying today they believe that child suffered every day of its short life.
These folks, they failed miserably to take care of this child.
Tonight, Ruby and Roy Stevens are in jail, charged with murder. Police say over the course of her short life, Betsy Key Stevens suffered.
This child was starved to death. Can you imagine the pain and suffering that she went through? This child couldn't defend herself. She's helpless. She's 22 days old. And these folks had the responsibility to take care of her, and they didn't.
Last Tuesday, police were called to the parking lot of this Golden Corral after Ruby Stevens found the child unresponsive. But an autopsy soon found the story that Stevens told police, and what really happened to the infant didn't match. The medical examiner says the child passed away more than 3 hours before the 911 call was made. It had not eaten in nearly 7 hours, was dehydrated, and weighed 2.5 pounds less than the day she was born.
This was senseless. There was no need for this. This child was starved to death. Can you imagine the pain and suffering that she went through?
The child was not Roy's. According to a police affidavit, that put a strain on the marriage, and he did not pay much attention to the newborn. But police say he was still responsible. Assistant Chief Mike Link has been in law enforcement nearly 30 years and said he's never seen a case like this.
But when it comes to the death of a child, especially in this manner, it will stick with you forever.
And there were 2 other children here when police arrived last week. A 1- and 2-year-old. Police say they were not injured. Tonight, they're in the custody of DCF. We're live in Lakeland. Andrew Dowd, ABC Action News.